Hello friends. Well, it's time for a base update and something that I've been planning for ages because I am truly Big Brain Dave this season. Oh yes. So I want to go through a few little things. First of all, some upgrades to the base. Now we can techerize it a little bit. So we've got these tech walls protecting us here. These will eventually go and be replaced with tech walls as well as that one down there. This is just to stop anything from falling down and causing mischief. Now that we've defeated the dragon, we've also got the cloning chamber, which you'll find over here, painted to my colors, and we've cloned 4 gachas. Well, we've got 4 new gachas. We've also got 3 other gachas here, finally producing element dust. And I went through maybe 100 gachas to get to this stage. And then we also tamed this on an off day. We have a spectral basilisk, which I think will work very well. But before we do anything, it's time to finally get down our crown vault. So let's do it. Where do I make it? In my inventory. There we go. It's finally being made. Fat Dog, I hope you're happy. And finally, it's time to show you the base defenses before we move on to the rest of my automation, fully automated area. So we've got bear traps, we've got flaming stuff over here, we've got heavy auto turrets. Each one of these heavy auto turrets has somewhere in and around about 22,500 bullets each. Obviously there's annoying traps everywhere, but through these double doors, which are all open, people can come in down here if they want to. We've got a few Dimorphodons, but we've got another 56 to add to this, all of which will rip through armor. And then we've got the ouch room. This is where you'll find all of the wyverns that I've been breeding up. And these aren't even the really good ones. No, the really good ones are going to replace about half of these, and they are my fully bred up 42 base melee damage ones. So I think this is as good a place as any to put down our vault. Now, not all, but most of these have also got Journeyman Valerian Reins in as well, which gives them super armor. And there are 3 tech generators in here powering everything, including extra turrets as well. These ones don't have quite as much in them, only about 1,500, but to be perfectly honest with you, their job and their only job is to take on turrets, which is why they're set to wild. Has somebody come and robbed my bullet? Why have these all got no bullet? Why has this got no bullet? Why has this got no bullets?
I don't know.
The big one with this room is getting past the wyverns. And now that I've got a cloner, I'm thinking of putting some spectral basilisks in here as well. But not until the very end. But anyway, the crown vault I think is quite defended, and I think it's not doing too badly. So for now, we're just gonna leave it. The crown vault is there generating crowns. This is, and I've got like replacements of everything. I mean, over here, look, this is how many bullets I've got here, 112,000. There are some more bullets somewhere else at the moment being generated, but I want to talk you through my fully automated system right now. So let's start at the beginning, shall we? This idea originally came from Minecraft redstoning, where I used to, when I played Minecraft anyway, a lot more than I do now, kind of just make sure that everything is in an organized slot and, you know, everything's all good and groovy. So first of all, it starts with the growing of the seeds for the gachas. As you can see, there we go. As you can see, these tech crop plots make these plant species Y seeds very, very quickly, which is really good news, because what happens then is once these are generated, what I then have over here is this aggregator and transfer control unit. Now this transfer control unit is on S+, and basically you press the button and it will transfer all, like, whatever items you want. So let's say, for example, I go into edit transfers. I think my preset's on number 1. There we go. So snow, owl pellets, and plant species Y-trap, and it includes the S+ gavager, and it transfers those to the gacha gavager over here, which then distributes the food to the gachas and then generates element. So every time that button is pushed, it will generate element. But what you might notice is that it seems to be pushing itself. Ready? Wait for it. That was it activating itself, and that's because over here I've got this snail. Now what this snail is doing is it's following this bat over here, as you can see. And as it follows it, it goes over this little pressure plate. As it gets to the pressure plate, it activates nearby switches. That's a switch, and automatically starts the transfer. The jump pad then pushes it back, and it just keeps transferring stuff over and over again. So I never have to press the button. It all happens automatically. Once the dung beetles have the poop that's put inside them, then the farmer pulls it out. Okay, and as you can see right now, he's got a lot of poop in him. fertilizer, and then he distributes it to the tech crop plots. And so the cycle begins again, all automatically. I don't touch a thing. There you go, 4,597 total items transferred. That's because the gacha crystals have just gone into the gacha crackers over here, which crack them open. Okay, and once they get cracked open and they're in here, then great news. They're all of a sudden very easy to sort out, because then it gets interesting. So what are these? Well, these are crackers. So the aggregator combined with the gacha gavagers, which is what these gachas are sitting on, feeding them and taking the crystals away, or that aggregator automatically sends them over to these crystals. These crystals then crack those things, and then the loot is revealed. In this case, there's a bunch of water jars in here, but that's because I don't need them for anything. I can chuck them away. I haven't sorted that out yet. So we need to automate this part as well. So what's going to happen now is, as those get cracked open, this little snail over here is walking across 2 pads. Obviously, same thing as before. Okay, so it activates this little button over here. This little button quite nicely transfers anything that goes into these crystals, apart from water jars, but ignore that for now. Anything that goes into these crystals will then actually go into this grinder over here. As you can see, the grinder can't get rid of the canteens, it can't get rid of the water skins, but it goes into here. And then as the snail goes over the second plate, which is what this plate is here, it turns the grinder on and then off again. So what happens then? Well, very simply, it will automatically grind anything that appears in here. So that's shotguns, that's riot gear, that's pretty much anything that the gachas can produce out of snow owl pellets and those things. There you go, there was some element dust that just appeared and now it's gone again. So that's really good and proper. This will automatically grind stuff, and it will automatically grind everything that's in here, which I don't want any of because I'm using tech suits and I've got the best gear that I've wanted from the gachas already. So what happens when it's stuck in here? Well, that's where the third snail comes in. This snail over here activates this button. This button pulls absolutely everything that's in any storage box except the autocrafter anyway, and that also includes, yes, that's right, the grinder, and uploads it to the dedicated storage. So as you can see right now, I've been recording for 13 minutes. Before I started, I pulled over the element dust. So 13 minutes and I have got 29,520 element dust. That's enough for 30 element in the last 10 minutes. And of course, that means I've got 72,000 metal. Don't need to touch anything. Don't need the gachas to make metal anymore. I've got over 100,000 stone, which I can convert if I want to, of course, into the flint. And then, of course, over here, we've got spark powder, the bullets I mentioned before. We've got some growth on the old berries as well. And because this is all automated, as long as somebody is in render distance, then all I have to do is hang around. Now, at the moment, I've also got some extra stuff going on. I've got 3 extra element gachas just out in the wild that I manually feed, because on the Monarchy server, we believed that the gacha gavagers were way too overpowered to have an unlimited number of them. So we're only allowed to have 3, and that's in the INI file. So even if I tried to place them, it just wouldn't let me. We don't really need our wyverns to be breeding anymore, so we've got 1 wyvern out which I can jump on quickly if I need to, and if I want to go to the ab cave for anything, then Misbehaving is over there as well. This is not the final form though. Oh no, this is not the final form of the base. This season I've really been focusing, I know that seems crazy because I haven't really shown much of it, but I've been really focusing on getting as much resources as possible because I want to legitimately build an amazing tech base here. Now, there is only one slight flaw in this otherwise brilliant plan, which is if you're logged off for a certain amount of time, the snails don't activate the pads for whatever reason, and when you log back in, you have to manually walk over the pads before they become active. That would kind of be solved with a tech sensor. However, because we have absolutely no way of facing Genesis 1 Moda, it doesn't seem to me like there's going to be any way we can automatically get the tech sensor. So, here's what it is. Last but not least, in terms of base upgrades, you'll notice over here we've got a vivarium, which has got all of the owls that I've been breeding over the amount of time. We've got enough owls in here now. And of course, we have got these 2 lovely things. This is the mutator, has a bunch of stuff. It can cause nearby non-adult dinos to grow more rapidly. That's been very useful. It grew the Reaper up in less than an hour. This one here adds mutations, And there's all sorts of stuff you can do. Gender swapping, add genders to dinos that don't have genders on it already. And then you've got this one here, which changes what kind of creature that it is to like a version from a different map. Which means, guys, that Reaper I birthed in the voiceover, well, that's now an R Reaper King. not a regular Reaper from Aberration. And you may have noticed as well that we've added additional dinos. Ark Additions, that is, sorry. Which means that we've got my favourite mod now on the map. Which means that you're going to see episodes of me taming every single one that I possibly can on this map. Starting next time with the Acro. Now, this does mean, obviously, that I know that other people are going to be copying me on the server. And that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that at all whatsoever. But I don't think they're going to have an automatic bullet farm. So that's the next stage, and that's the next step. And I might even build it on a stream. You need to let me know, comment section below. Do I stream myself working out how to create this thing? It's going to take a lot of element as well, which, you know, I've been building it up for a little while. 900 already. Oh my god. 900. And that won't include all of the stuff that's just sitting in over here in... Yeah, all of those gacha crystals are going to be sent over to the cracker in a second. And as soon as that happens, then as soon as that happens, then we're going to get a big influx of dust, I think. So, do you know what? I'm so impatient. Let's just transfer it over, shall we? Put them all in here. 44 items transferred. Bam. Gone. And that's how cool it is. Oh, look. Another crystal appeared. Bam. It's gone. They have now gone over here, I imagine, quite a lot of that stuff. Yep, and there you go. It's just been transferred from there, and now it should all be in the dedicated storage. And there you go. 8,100 of that dust is right there already. But as I said before, that's not just transferring dust over. That's also generating me metal ingots as well. About 10,000 metal ingots per hour, roughly. About 2,000 wood per hour as well. It's got me pearls, it's got me crystals, it's got me chitin, it's got me all of these resources, which I now don't have to go out and get manually. And that's the beauty of this entire system. It's one beautiful loop. If you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you leave a like. Big thank you to Chris, Logan, Butter, and James, my 25 tier patron subscribers, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.